What is up? It's me, the Soldier TCG, bringing you a brand new video. Now, this is a new video for my channel, and it's something I want to be doing more of, like discussions, topics, something talking on deck profiles. And thanks to a good friend of mine, which is the J-X, I'll link his channel in the description. He's also another YouTuber and a good friend of mine. He hooked me up with a software that can now screen capture and is a better editing program. So I hope you guys like the video. And let's get started into it. So today we'll be talking about my top 5 favorite archetypes ever. So this is like, I had to scour what I knew and what I had on DN and YG and DevPro and find out what I like the best and what have I played the longest. So let's kick this thing off with number 5, which is Boo Shins. Now, Boo Shins were a deck I liked way back when Shadow Spectres came out, and I saw Simply Unlucky pull Boo Shin Mikazuchi. Now, I always wondered about this deck and what this deck did, and I thought it was pretty cool. It was a very different type of deck. It was more of a control deck, which I wanted to play at the time. It was a deck that revolved around light, so abusing the broke card Honest and Boo Shin Carnation being just a better monster reborn in all sense. So eventually I did pick this deck up when Megatons reprinted all the stuff, but Boo Shins are one of my favorite decks. And they got me started into Helmet decks and controlling the field. So number 4, starting off with Star Seraphs. Now, a lot of people will be like, oh, you just like the new support, or you like splashing them into dolls. No. What happened for me was, at the time I was bored, I was looking for new archetypes at the times, and one of my friends suggested, hey, I built Umbral Horrors, you should build Star Seraphs, because Star Seraphs were the, light archetype. They were the opposite of Umbral Horrors. They only had, 3 monsters and Xyz, not too much support. So I did build them, and then when I learned I got more support in Duelist Alliance for Japan, I was over ecstatic about this deck. We now had a Stratos, now had a Kage Tokage, we could blow up stuff, we could do amazing things. And that's why I like Star Seraphs. They're a deck I first started, I tried making them into something, and now that they have something to make them good, they are one of my favorite decks. Number 3, we have a new deck for me, which is Ride Raptors. Now, Ride Raptors don't have the support they do here in the TCG, but when I first learned of Ride Raptors and Secrets of Eternity, I thought the deck was very interesting. I saw it over in Japan, I watched Dark 5, so I was very interested in this deck, and now the deck can do so much. It can get so much plus off of just 2 cards. And the deck's it's sort of like the XC Black Wings. So this is what I always like, because I like Black Wings, but I like the XC mechanic because it's really fun and interesting. So Ride Raptors are the perfect happy combination of those 2 decks for me. Number 2 is Wats. Now, Wats was a really, really old deck for me, and this was when I looked at Wats, and I was like, this deck can do something. Why is no one playing? And for me, first I built Wat Lock, and what Wat Lock did, I didn't do the Wat Hopper Lock, I built that second. I built a Wat Lock where you would just gain so much life points with Wat Sign that your opponent could do nothing. And I had Messenger of Pieces, and a bunch of Threatening Roars, and all these cards just to keep the lock going off, and I built several different variations of Wat Lock, 100 Watts, Synchro Watts, a bunch of other stuff. And it's one of my favorite archetypes. You could do a lot of stuff. You can do a lot of things with this deck, and it's just really fun. And number 1 is my all-time favorite deck, Dragoners. Now, when I first started Yu-Gi-Oh!, my friend was like, oh, what do you want to play? And I was like, oh, a Swarm deck. A Swarm deck would be amazing. And he introduced me into Dragoners, combining my favorite things, dragons, and also the synchro mechanic and spamming out monsters. This deck was just perfect for me. Also being in such beautiful rarities as Secret and Super Rare was amazing for me. Also having one of the most broken field spells was amazing. And now that Dragon Ravine is back at 1, This is one of my favorite decks and one I will be playing for a long, long time to come. So guys, that concludes my top 5 favorite archetypes ever. If you did like the video, please like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions or new videos, please leave a comment down below. And thank you guys. I am the Soldier TCG, and I am signing out.